In LA this week.
LA City Hall is beaming with pride on this LGBTQ Heritage Month. Honorees and exhibits, including this one, showing different variations of the rainbow flag. I'm Gil Reyes with a story next.
I'm Rasha Goel. Up next, how despite personal challenges, these young Angelenos have the opportunity to pursue their college dreams.
I'm Anna Marcos. There's plenty of fun and colors. Find out what the Our Pride South LA event is all about coming up.
Hey everyone, I'm Umayma Rashid. Here's what's happening in LA this week. This week marked a significant vote in LA City Council to stop discrimination for individuals with housing vouchers. Councilmember Paul Krikorian gave us an exclusive interview about how this vote will affect the city's housing crisis.
It's unconscionable that we have people who have Section 8 vouchers in hand, and then they are turned down by prospective landlord after prospective landlord after prospective landlord for no reason other than they wish to pay their rent in part with a voucher.
Members, let's prepare to vote on this item. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
15 ayes.
Today the council passed an ordinance that would prohibit discrimination by landlords based on a tenant's source of income in how they pay rent. And what that means is when a potential tenant has a Section 8 voucher or a veterans subsidized housing voucher or other kinds of government vouchers to pay rent with, a landlord cannot discriminate against that tenant on that basis alone. I think there's some stigmas that are associated with vouchers that are frankly illogical because when a tenant has a voucher, there's a guaranteed source of payment for the rent. So in many respects, that tenant is a more reliable tenant than one who doesn't have a voucher. It's good for landlords and it's good for tenants.
Do you love seeing your city in action? City Council meets every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can check it out live on lacityview.org or in person at LA's historic City Hall. Gun violence has become a national epidemic, and unfortunately, some of our most vulnerable places are schools. LA's community colleges are holding active shooter drills to make sure they're ready for such incidents. Gil Reyes takes us to one drill at LA Trade Tech.
With guns drawn, LA County Sheriff's Department deputies venture into the unknown, an active shooter situation at LA Trade Tech College. It's only a drill, but for students and staff, things get real.
It was kind of scary at first, to tell you the honest to God truth. You couldn't tell where the gunman was. All you could hear was shots coming from every direction and police coming in and telling you which direction to run and which exit to go out of if you could run.
Armed with paintball ammunition, LA County sheriffs with city and county fire departments practice the scenario and get familiar with the campus to help determine best practices.
What would be the safest route to exit through to get medical care? If fire department were to stage for a triage, where would the best place for them to go?
The students are moved out of the classrooms once the gunman is apprehended and the coast is clear.
So if you were in a situation like that, expect to have your hands up.
Absolutely. That's letting us know that you are complying, you are not part of the problem, and you will be moved to a safe place.
Terrifying? Absolutely. But such a scenario could potentially take place in auto shop or any other classroom across America. Fittingly, some 30 faculty and students volunteered to take part in the drill.
They even had makeup applied to make their injuries look as real as possible.
Did you learn anything?
Absolutely. I learned to get out of the building and pay attention to the officers that come in and put the guns, because you could potentially get caught in the crossfire if you're not careful.
The LA Community College District says drills will be taking place at all 9 of their campuses.
The Los Angeles Community College District takes safety seriously. We're taking every measure and we're using every resource and coordinating with anyone that needs to be involved to make sure that if you are a student here, you will be protected.
Thanks, Gil. LA Trade Tech was the 4th LA community college to take part in these drills. Did you know LA has some of the safest drinking water in the country? We take you to the 5th annual Tap Water Day LA, where city leaders encourage Angelenos to dump single-use plastic bottles.
here in Los Angeles, we have some of the safest, most secure sources of drinking water anywhere since 1913, when William Mulholland said, "There it is, take it." We have had a steady, continuous flow of clean, safe drinking water that has allowed this city to grow, to blossom, and to become the city that we know it is today. Still, people feel compelled to go and buy water in containers this big, made out of non-renewable plastic and shipped to us from Fiji. Shame on you for doing that, folks. If you are doing that, shame on you for doing that. The great advantage of drinking from tap water in reusable bottles rather than using these one-use plastic drinking bottles that people, seem to like so much, when they can have safer, cleaner, more reliable water right from their tap, instead of spending this unnecessary wasted money and wasted environmental damage by using single-use bottles.
The event was also a launch for 200 new water fountains as the city begins preparations for the 2028 Olympics. This story makes me smile. Students who have overcome extreme personal challenges are realizing their college dreams, thanks to scholarships from the City of LA's Housing Authority. Rasha Goel has more.
Brian Santos is among 46 scholarship award recipients whose dream of going to UCLA has come true. Despite challenges at home, this award has given him hope to pursue his goals.
Well, it means a lot to me just because my older sister, she actually got into UCLA, but because of her immigration status, she wasn't able to afford it, and she had to end up dropping out. And from that point on, I became very unmotivated to want to go to school, because I felt like if she couldn't do it, I couldn't do it. And so just knowing that I have opportunities like this scholarship that will help me pay for college, it just makes me feel very comfortable knowing that I will be able to pay for this school.
He was recognized at the Housing Authority of the City of Los Angeles' 7th annual scholarship celebration, along with other high school seniors. These students are from the city's public housing communities.
Because you come from public housing don't mean that you can't achieve. It just means that resources needs to be given to actually ensure that these things happen.
The event is presented by the Housing Authority of the City of LA in collaboration with Kids Progress, Inc., a social services program that supports academic and economic success of residents in the city's public housing developments. This year, legendary LA Laker player AC Green shared some inspiring words.
You stand representing a family, a generation, that has poured sacrifice, blood, sweat, and tears, everything you can say. They have done it all to see and have this opportunity really come to fruition. And so with that being said, we celebrate you. I celebrate you.
$51,000 in scholarship funds are being awarded to these students. They were selected based on their grades and on an essay in which they shared their personal experiences.
The fact that they were able to overcome some of these obstacles, the fears of even getting to school, the fact that sometimes there was no one at home when they got back from school to do their homework, to help their homework. These kids had to do it on their own.
Some of the schools students will be attending include UC Berkeley, UCLA, Yale, Otis College of Art and Design, and various California state universities.
It means a lot, honestly. I feel like any dollar counts when it comes to college, especially growing up in a household where every dollar counts, We've always had an issue when it comes to money and all of that, so to be offered any scholarship means a lot to me.
We're proud of them. More than anything else, that we're really proud because they did accomplish something really, substantial. And I don't want to really base it on what they're going to do in the future, even though I'm optimistic and high hopes. I want them to understand they did accomplish something right now. They have great GPAs. They have a lot of love and support. A lot of them first-time generational going to college. I mean, they overcome some hurdles, and I want to high-five all of them.
Proof that when you put your mind to something and are determined to succeed, you can accomplish anything, just like these high school seniors have.
AC Green, I'll take that Lakers high five anytime. Hackler has a lot of great programs you might want to check out. Catch them online at hackler.org. What's your favorite Marvin Gaye song? Mine is What's Going On. that voice, that message, and the next time I need to mail a package, I know exactly where to go for my fix. Check it out.
Good afternoon. Make that good Marvin Gaye afternoon.
This event is the Marvin Gaye Post Office dedication. This post office is being renamed in Marvin's memory.
It is a big event for the community. We've been trying to name this post office after Marvin Gaye for some time. Today it became a reality. That's why you see we have such a great crowd. People are excited.
I think it's a tremendous honor, well deserved. This is incredible. He was so involved with this community, and for it to be here, it's perfect.
All honors come in due time. I wish we had done this years ago, but I'm so happy we're doing it today.
He's a Grammy winner, but he's also, in my opinion, the producer, writer, and the musician and singer on the greatest album in music history, What's Going On. That album is still relevant today, so Marvin's music and his legacy is timeless.
This is a guy whose music was before his time. If you play a lot of his songs that are 25, 35 years old, they have messages that work for today.
His music is more relevant today than ever. He's saying what's going on with our air, with the fish are dying, what is happening with the hate in the world, what's going on.
He is a message in his music. He gives you that inspiration. No matter what you're going through, you find some kind of way to come together with peace and love with his music.
He was my hero. He was my hero all my life. To describe Marvin, Marvin was a very complicated man, genius, sweet, kind, oh my God, loving. Marvin was a little bit of everything. I just like to say thank you everybody for loving my brother so much. He would look around and he would say how sweet it is to be loved by you.
What a loving tribute from his little sister. You can visit the Marvin Gaye Post Office at 3585 South Vermont Avenue, adjacent to USC. That's not the only tribute we have for you this week. Council President Herb Wesson was a special honoree at the NAACP Theater Awards. The stars were out in full force on the red carpet for the event.
People that actually do work in the city, especially in the city of Los Angeles, in the film industry. Herb has just been, he's iconic. He's known for it. So tonight is his night as well.
Seeing what he's done and continues to do in the community.
Together we can do more. So we got to unite and we got to move forward. And not so much for us, but for our children and our children's children.
With television, I'm able to say cut, edit, let me do it again. And the amount of talent that you must possess in order to be on stage, in my opinion, is amazing.
I think as theater is something we should never ever lose. It's kind of disappearing in certain places, but it's the foundation of all great acting, I think, theater actors.
It's very important to sort of understand that the only medias are not TV and film, that there is an interaction between an audience and actors on stage that's vital to, it's the oldest form of entertainment.
Having Lonnie Love call you iconic is pretty nice, right? We turn now to LGBT Heritage Month in Los Angeles, where City Hall leaders honor exemplary LGBT citizens from each council district. Gil Reyes has more.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
City Hall erupted in song in celebration of LGBT Heritage Month. The Unity Fellowship Church Choir performed. Their openly gay Archbishop Carl Bean could not attend, but was among the honorees.
A diverse collection of who Los Angeles is and who Los Angeles is at its best.
The LA City Council honored LGBT movers and shakers like Lori Jean. Jean is the CEO of the Los Angeles LGBT Center, a safe haven for youth and seniors.
Many of you have been champions of our community in our quest to build a world where LGBT people thrive as healthy, equal, and complete members of society. On behalf of our board of directors, our staff, our volunteers, and most of all our clients, thank you so much for this wonderful honor.
Also recognized, actor Bex Taylor Klaus. The actor is helping gender non-binary people gain acceptance.
My hope for the next generation of queer folk is that they live their lives as authentically as possible.
Outside City Hall, each city council office recognized an outstanding LGBT person in their district. Honoree Stephen Simon is executive director of the city's Department on Disability.
Look, I'm just thankful that for a lot of my career I was able to get a paycheck to do the work I love, which is fighting for community. I'm so honored to be among the honorees today and among all of you.
From honorees to exhibits, this one at LA City Hall's Bridge Gallery dispels the myth that the LGBTQ plus flag is just one rainbow flag. In fact, there are several of them, 23 just in this gallery. Openly gay council member Mitch O'Farrell presented his True Colors exhibit. Here's a pansexual pride flag. Pansexuals are attracted to people regardless of the person's sex or gender identity. And check out the gender fluid pride flag. Gender fluid people remain flexible about their identity.
Even most of us in the LGBT community don't realize the breadth that exists of representation and identity. Identity is so important. You know, if someone doesn't see themselves represented somewhere in mainstream society, they feel isolated and alone.
We are proud of the many people who made sacrifices for the progress that we have achieved today. We're proud of this great city that we live in, but we are also very committed to continuing to advance LGBTQ rights, and not until everybody has them can we rest.
Thanks, Gil. You can check out all 23 pride flags at the City Hall Bridge Gallery through the end of June. You didn't think we'd only cover one pride event, did you? Let's check out the inaugural Pride on the Port in San Pedro.
Happy Pride!
Welcome, come out, enjoy. It's the first Pride on the Port of Los Angeles, so being a part of anything in a community that's the first time is monumental. And San Pedro's ready for it. They need a celebration like this.
It's important to have the inaugural Pride on the Port here in San Pedro to make sure people feel that they are welcome regardless of how they love, how they pray, what they look like. Clearly, we are a city that welcomes everyone.
Well, this brings the community together, and it also really shows that we have progressed as a city. There's still a long way to go, but we are moving in that direction, and being the first out LGBTQ citywide official, I am thrilled. By coming together, by being proud, and by doing it with purpose, we are going to change the world. There is never going to be a perfect world, but we have a job to always make the world a better one, step by step by step. And we owe it to all of those 13 countries in the world where being gay gets you the death penalty.
In a time where still the LGBTQ plus community is being threatened, we're saying here in San Pedro along the port, you are welcome, you're loved, we're here to celebrate you.
It's been an inspiration to change the difference in the community, and here we are enjoying ourselves. This is the place to be for sure, and I'm sure this will be the place to be next year.
The city also sponsored a Pride event in South LA, hosted by council members Herb Weston and Marquise Harris Dawson. Anna Marcos takes us to the block party where everyone was welcomed with open arms.
And there's bubbles too. The Our Pride South LA event celebrates its third annual party. And although it focuses on the LGBTQ and trans community, organizers say everybody's welcome.
The colors are everywhere, and what's not to like? Kids of every age are drawn to the rainbow hues.
I identify as a genderqueer, non-binary person, meaning that I don't identify with either sex. I'm gender fluid.
Who they are is not only okay and acceptable, but it's something to be celebrated.
We live in this community, and I'm so happy they're doing something to support everyone and all of us.
The party and the people at this annual Pride Party in Baldwin Hills are homegrown, but the event is sponsored by city leaders Marquise Harris Dawson and Herb Wesson.
Today I want to have fun and just hang out with a lot of people that I know and love, and we're going to have a good time tonight.
It's important for the LGBTQ community in South LA, in the African American community, to be out, to be proud, and to be in a space where we can all embrace them.
Visibility is very important.
And while fun and rainbows abound, the tables and booths highlight the many serious issues that face the trans and LGBTQ communities. They provide resources and information.
We're the only national think tank focused on ending the HIV epidemic in Black communities.
I'm from Zimbabwe. For me, being a trans woman of color, coming from a country where I was not able to be myself, being here in a group, being able to help other people who were once in my situation, it's important to me.
We just take the time to care just a little bit and point a kid or a youth in the right direction, it could change everything.
This diverse community keeps diversifying with ever more gender-fluid trans and more families and children becoming a part of it.
There's a place for people of color and families of color and gay families and our little gabies to go and celebrate Pride with each other. It's really lovely.
Happy Pride!
Know that being both Black, gay male parents, that we can successfully raise a great kid like this.
Happy Pride, everybody!
Volunteer teachers from Thailand are honored. Dash buses get some extended hours, and Chevy Chase Rec goes green with new trees. All this in City Beat.
Councilmember Paul Krikorian hosted a very special presentation honoring Wat Thai, the first Thai Buddhist temple in the United States, in the city with the largest Thai population outside of Thailand. Wat Thai has been sponsoring volunteer teachers to visit Los Angeles and share the beautiful culture of Thailand to students at the facility.
It's a very special place because it is a place where their culture is preserved, where their language is preserved.
The LA Department of Transportation has a few new reasons to take public transportation and leave the car at home, as the Dash Downtown will now provide extended service until 9 p.m. on weekdays, weekend service on neighborhood and downtown routes, and earlier weekday service on neighborhood routes. But that's not all, as Commuter Express is also getting extended service and will accommodate residents of Playa Vista and El Segundo with the Route 437B and Route 439 lines respectively. For more information, visit ladot.lacity.org. Chevy Chase Recreation Center in Atwater Village saw the planting of 19 new trees, thanks to Councilmember Mitch O'Farrell, the Department of Rec and Parks, and community members. The new greenway will give the park a new look as summer kicks off.
We're going to plant 19 trees as the first phase of our tree planting, both in the park and in the perimeter, and then we're going to install lighting.
Bread. It's a beautiful thing, right? Carb lovers, you gotta check this out. We take you to the 5th annual Bread Festival at the Grand Central Market. You're welcome.
This is the 5th annual Los Angeles Bread Festival at Grand Central Market. This is the first year that we're holding the market in the brand new lower level event space. We have over 13 vendors from all over the Southern California area. We've got breads, spreads, pastries, jams, anything you can think of, we've got it here today. We really like these kinds of markets. They allow us to talk to people on a really natural, just, candid level about our business.
Great because, it gives the opportunity to show a variety of different things that we don't know and we're going to learn about. We just go to the store and buy packaged breads all the time, and and we just don't know really about it, and this is the opportunity to show what it entails.
I came to try out new things like the bread here. I tried out the jelly over there. It's really good.
Come down to Grand Central Market today and get yourself some bread.
Get ready to dance under the stars with Dance Downtown LA. Classic cars kick off Independence Day, and summer's officially here with the California Watermelon Festival. Check these out in Things to Do.
Dance TTLA returns for its 15th season. Downtown is the place to be on Friday nights from June 21st through August 30th. Each Friday night features a different dance genre and beginner dance lessons led by top LA dance instructors. So step outside, get your groove on. Show off your dance moves at Dance DTLA, happening every Friday now through August. For a listing of music genre lineups and event locations, visit musiccenter.org/tickets. The Port of Los Angeles will host Cars and Stripes Forever, a free community celebration to kick off Independence Day weekend, featuring a classic car show. Check out motorcycles, exotic vehicles, and more than 100 cars built before 1975. Throw in live bands, food trucks, and fireworks to round out the perfect July 4th celebration. Cars and Stripes Forever rolls in on Friday, June 28th, beginning at 5 p.m. at the Vincent Thomas Bridge in San Pedro. For more information, visit lawaterfront.org. You are invited to a fun-filled day at the California Watermelon Festival. This year's festival boasts their largest event yet, with over 60,000 pounds of fresh-off-the-farm fruit, chilled, sliced, and served up fresh to you. Tickets also include a wildlife exhibit, butterfly feeding, and more. Don't miss the California Watermelon Festival, happening June 29th and 30th at Hanson Dam Soccer Complex. The complex is located at 11480 Foothill Boulevard and begins at 10 a.m. For more information, check out their listing on Eventbrite. And that's a look at some things to do.
That's it for this edition. I'm Umaima Rashid. From all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.
Garçon, chez toi.